I'm in my own lane. I'm doing my own click. Doing my own thing. I'm doing my own kick. Hello, good morning. It's 𝒟𝒃𝒾𝓁 Daily Divine Guidance. 𝒟𝒃𝒾𝓁 Johnson. Daily Divine Guidance 9774. Hello, Betty Johnson. How are ya? So, welcome to this live. Welcome to this gathering. In the name of Jesus, Lord, word my mouth so I don't cuss out the folks that's been hurting and harming me and my family. For those that don't understand, I've literally been attacked to be handicapped, blind, crazy, incapacitated, in a wheelchair, or just stretched out on a bed, or just severely prostituting, severely tossed into something, strung out on drugs. Out of my mind. I mean, look, I already visited all these places, so I don't know where they trying to send me, child. I don't know, y'all. See, when you've been exposed to the mess, it's like, well, dang, I mean, this has already been happening. People been trying to do stuff to me. They just done signed up some more mentally ill folks to play this game. You been knowing your folks got mental problems. They walk around every day and look at you like, ugh. And it's like, baby, ain't nobody bothering you. But back to what I was saying. I want y'all to pray for me. And I'm praying now, Father, in the name of Jesus. This is real life. I ain't necessarily here to entertain nobody and make no money. You take care of me. Now, yeah, I whine about it because it's natural. But nobody wants to worry about provision when people are purposely blocking you on every social media, blocking you from your children and all of the people that really love you, paying them, threatening them because they work in the lockup system. If you say something, you sing what happened to such, dang, these are famous folks still locked up. Oh, Lord. I see the fear, but listen, ain't no fear here. I told y'all I seen God whoop folks right up in their own head. People still trying to scratch their butt and head at the same time, trying to figure out, wait a minute. And they still trying to figure it out. And I'm started saying, God ain't never played about me and my children. You can do a lot of things. You can get away with it. On surface level. There's some people battling in their head right now. In somebody's skin. Trying to figure something out. Trying to figure it out. God got them all this. Put on a brave face. Somebody's face, child. Put on somebody's brave face. It ain't yours. I'm just saying. Put it on. That's great. We're not knocking folks that do surgery. We're talking about people that are killing people for no absolute reason just to be a jerk and think they got away with it. And they're going to look at you, at least make you think that way. So you be crazy. Listen. God is auditing you. Now, I came on because I basically wanted to let people know that God is auditing people and their heart sets and their mindsets and their assets. Ooh, ASSET, all that. Separated together, 3 letters, 5 letters with an S. Listen. Yes, Father. But we want you to be encouraged. We're going to come back with another video shortly sometime this morning. Hopefully. Got to update some stuff. But for those that have been going around and me and my children's business lying, trying to put us in positions that you're supposed to be in, as far as getting your butt kicked by the cartel or some game you're playing about it over some ding ding that don't exist because you was in my business and I gave you something to talk about. For those that don't know, again, I don't want to badmouth anybody. People really have severe mental problems. Doesn't matter how much money they got, poor or rich. And people know people because they have sex parties and people talk to people and they're in the same circles. Chicago, we'll go slow. Chicago trains children, say I'm lying, to be victims and to create victims. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. There are people that were thrown into foster programs or losing their moms to jail or violence, or the mom committed a crime to protect herself and was tossed into jail for hurting somebody that she felt was threatening her. and their children suffered, and there was no relief. You'd think there will be a rescue team when children are going through things versus just being tossed into something from the 60s, slave days. It ain't stopped. You'd think there'll be a better process for children being protected. But when they go into these programs, there's very little protection. I've worked in the system and I've seen a lot of stuff. Okay? You don't even get to take the diversity classes because, except you're a certain type of person, like light skinned, you wouldn't even understand. That's what I wanted to talk about. Back in the day, and it seems to still be happening, and I think they're trying to amp it up now. Excuse me. I didn't have that problem until I got on. Well, I need to clean my passages, basically, so that's my fault. Listen, for those that don't know, society has always been set up for lighter skinned people to win, period. Dark, black people with lighter skin or certain attributes, you're in the game, period. Other people got to work for it. That's just the reality. Now, there are sectors that don't go by that because they are products of racism, although they may pass the brown paper bag test. But very often, people have taught their children or have seen families destroyed because of skin color. They were considered lesser than in society, period. For jobs, business, you can be the smartest person, you can be the most beautiful, most talented, but to most degrees, you were looked down on or looked upon as lesser than, and you suffered those consequences. So people have gotten smarter, sort of. They've wiggled their ways in play. They've wiggled themselves into positions or different places in life where this is not so effective, and they can be exposed to the lighter skinned people for whatever reason. Now, not everybody's this way, but this is what you see sometimes. There are a lot of men, different nationalities, different colors, different races, whatever, different shades of skin, and they literally feel the need for various reasons to plug themselves into certain types of women. Now, generally, if you look at statistics, men generally like darker skinned women for a side chick or sometimes for marriage because they're more submissive, they're more workable. So if you want to take an advantage of them or have success to some degree, you got to have a darker skinned woman because generally she doesn't have the esteem she needs to detect that you don't really like her. It was really a business deal or it was just you surviving, because darker skinned women have a certain persona, like I said, in society. So she tends to dumb herself down and not be as powerful or feel like she needs to weaken herself in order to be accepted into certain circles. Because generally, through heritage, through stories, she's told that she's not good enough. She don't look the part. She's not a part of the group, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes these people go to extremes to be accepted. But the thing is, these men most times marry and love these types of women. They don't always marry them because society said you got to have a lighter skinned lady to really succeed in the game. The game is that you have to look like what society said was acceptable, still from the 1800s or before. So a lot of people will marry the lighter skinned lady, but in the background, if you check them, they really enjoy the dark skinned ladies. Like, I guess they figure if there's a downfall, they can always go back to the dark skinned lady and have the authentic. Not that they like these women, it's really a game in some cases. It's just like she's going to always accept them for whatever reason. Maybe because he's lighter, or again, this is not everybody. It's a certain sector. I'm trying to tell you. Men of all nationalities will accept the darker skinned women on the side and sometimes in their lives because she's more submissive thanks to society. She's not as aggressive. She's not as go-getting. She's not as savvy, or she'll play herself down because she wants to be accepted. This is not everybody. But that has been the historical thing. I worked at an Illinois department, and literally they tried to send me the links for diversity. and they snatched it back. But I was able to look in while I was getting ready to train. And it literally pretty much said, because you are of a certain classical or a class of person, diversity is that you're accepted into these categories. And they showed how Europeans and whoever else was in the diversity of being white and accepted pretty much, and everybody else is pretty much not accepted, something like that. So they were defining how they see diversity, that they were the majority because of their skin color or their privilege, and that the training was for them. And I was like, what? Pretty much. And it was more or less reinforcing like a KKK level of training. Yeah, very prejudiced. And I thought, what? It really did. I was surprised. I said, what? Now, I don't know no KKK members. I might have met them. They didn't express it to me. Maybe there were some stalkers that were actually trying to befriend me so that they can walk up on me for no reason because somebody lied to a cartel, and the cartel, which was probably a part of these groups, woke up and said, we got to get her kids when we didn't do nothing. But again, there's people out here that don't know their identities. They're not comfortable in their skin, and they're trying to find ways to fit in, which is sad because God created us all equal. No one's better than anyone. No one's less than anyone. We're all here under the guise of having power to get wealth. God is the source of all the resources we're using, the raw materials, the resourced materials. God is that. Just like the clothes. These are all cotton and linen pretty much, or gabardine or whatever. Plastic, leather from some people using human people's skin. They don't know it. Some people are using animal skin. All kinds of, it could be the pig, it could be the buffalo, it could be the cow, it could be an alligator skin, so they can have clothes. So animal skin. Is that illegal? Like the fur? No? Okay. So, some people use human skin. So, point is, it comes from somewhere. And people aren't going to stop making their products. So, maybe people are, the world is sick. So, my point is, God created all these things, and it wasn't for humans to be consuming other humans to keep it going. Keep the machine going. People coming up missing. People's organs are missing. And people just pick people off the internet and do stuff. And God is auditing that ASS. Put an ETS on it if you like. All of it. And again, people think, ain't nobody did nothing to me. Are you not crazy? Are you taking medications to stay sane? Because now you're looking at someone else's face on your face, which is disgusting. Leather face. No? Okay. We are not talking to anybody famous per se. There are people right here where I'm at. And they've been doing it for centuries. It ain't no black or white, is it? People are greedy. That ain't got no shade. It ain't got no title. It just has a label called you going to hell. That's it. It's labeled hell bait. That's it. You are an attraction for the hell circus. That's it. You're entertaining hell. That's all. Don't worry. You'll find out. Oh, they so happy and feel so accomplished doing what they did. But again, some of this is just scientific. This is historical. So a lot of light-skinned women got into relationships, but the men secretly like darker-skinned girls. They're just more compliant. They're not as high maintenance, according to the level I'm talking about of crazy. The darker-skinned women are always in competition in some cases. Look at, what's it called? Do the Right Thing? School Days with, man, that man should have put out a whole bunch more movies. Lord. Spike Lee. There was always this competition between the light and the dark. And that's just from them slave days, child. It still happens. And this is why a lot of men, they may go with the darker skinned woman in relationships and marriage. That's because she's more compliant. She's not a big competition most times to anybody. Not saying she's not better than anybody. People just don't see her as any competition. I thought she could bring it. People just don't see her as competition. She could be. People probably see me darker than whoever they're trying to compare me to. I could care less because God made me wonderfully. And that's all I got. I can't hide anything about me. You'll see it. People might not tell you. People see who you are. You can hide all day. Public may not see it, but people know who the frick you are. That's how it gets out. Ain't nothing no secret. Your thoughts, God can give that to everybody at the same time. They did what? God can put you on blast. This is what I'm saying. People worrying about the news. God can actually download it to people's phones, what you've been doing, to their minds and spirits, what certain people have been doing, all at the same time. You can block every social media you want. You can daze everybody you want. You can knock us all out. And we'll still come back. And you won't. And everybody know. Why they didn't? Because they was on that other side. Day of judgment. People will probably recognize each other spiritually. And they'll be looking for you because you acted like you was the greatest, biggest time saint of all societies, all seasons, everything. And then they'll be looking. Like, I know 𝒟𝒾𝓁 comment. All 𝒟𝒾𝓁 was on that. Oh, Bob, and Boo, they was on it, baby. I know I'm going to see them. Let me look. And you be going down on them cuffs onto the hill station. And they be like, girl, look who just pulled up over in the hill station, girl. They going in the tent for the clowns. Wait a minute. Child. Girl, I just knew she was going. Child. Well, let us focus over here. Hallelujah. We're giving glory. Glory to God. And still staring like, what? Everybody gonna see. That fool's over there. Male or female. Acting like a clown. Got caught? Child. I repented yesterday. And my day came today. So I'm glad that I had some sense to repent. Because somebody is going in the clown car over to the tent. I'm just saying. Now, again, historically, this is why you need God to give you your mate. Because guess what? Ain't no true love gonna be sending you to jail. Ain't no true love gonna be plotting your murder. Ain't no true love gonna be cheating and heating up on you, getting hot on you, arguing with you, trying to smooth things over. And because you started so young, they know how to manipulate you. Because see, when you get older, you can be playing like they manipulate you and be like, ease on down, ease on. You packing your junk, you rest to go. And if they don't get out the way, you be like, 911. Hallelujah. You can call your angels, ancestors, your granddaddy that don't like nobody that you ever met. You can call the police. Now, if they don't respond, remember them angels coming through now. If the angels don't come through alone, then your ancestors can come too. Now, there ain't no order here. But people have died for y'all, and they still watching. Y'all better call on them folks to get you up out of situations. Right now, somebody is captive somewhere. Keep saying this. And people been real nasty. And I just see whoever coming through having like an emergency, medical emergency. And this person panics like, oh my God, oh my God. And it's like, wait, wasn't this the sucker that was working with the folks that was doing some stuff? Don't get no ideas to try and reinforce. Because then everybody around you gonna get it. So you better just go and fall down, stay down, and let that person get your keys and your phone and get to safety. And you worry about the rest later. Don't try and get up and be no hero for that group, because I'm trying to tell you, you people that's working together against people that ain't did nothing to y'all over some cotton and linen called paper money. Okay, let's go slow. We're going to go real slow. The money that y'all is pursuing is about to be removed for this purpose. People are tired of you little money munchers looking in people's business, trying to capture folks and take their stuff on the sly, like people scared of y'all. Like, don't nobody see what you're doing. When people already been in y'all phones and stuff and doing various things. So if you have somebody captive, you are going to fall down. Ain't nothing you can do about it. It's your time, not necessarily to get die, but to get sick and stay away from people. You're going to go and visit the person you want got captured somewhere in the woods, in a little cabin tent, look like a truck or something. What do you call it? A load. Got it all set up pretty, don't you think you smart? A little mobile home. Got this person all up in there going crazy, wanting them to commit suicide. But they hanging in because they understand you stupid. You going to go over there and you're going to fall down and have a medical emergency. And that person going to panic and be like, what do I? Oh, I cannot, don't, yeah, call 911 to come get you, but get the keys. Or whatever they got. And go get on up the street to safety. And let them lay there. You get to safety. You get to the proper people. You save yourself. Call your folks. Call somebody that you know that ain't crazy. Like your mama. And you get to safety. And you call for that sucker later or let them discover that sucker. I don't mean leave them out there. You ain't no ruthless person. But they gonna have an emergency. They gonna leave everything open for you to go. Get on up out of there. Don't wait. Go figure out how to start that junk up. Go figure out how to drive that thing. Find you something to whip somebody up if they come near you. If they got a gun, it's yours now. Self-preservation. No, God is not going to let nobody give you time, because if they do, they going to get a assessment. There's time out for victims getting time for protecting themselves against predators. That's the craziest thing. Somebody raping you, keeping you hostage, doing stuff they shouldn't do, bringing other people around, and you shoot one of them suckers and get away, and you end up in prison. They going to hell too. You had no other options but to defend your life, and you get time. They going to hell. Don't even worry about it. They going to hell for all the times a victim was punished for saving themselves. That's disrespectful. That's inhumane. Now, yes, it should be checked, because some people provoke folks to do stuff. And then they want to say, I was defending myself. God will judge. But people that have severely, clearly been oppressed, victimized, held back financially in whichever other way from their real lives, their own decisions, this is the season folks will pay. I don't care what position you hold, I don't care how long you've been doing it, I don't care who told you it was okay. We're going to go slow with this. There's 30-mile-per-hour signs in a lot of different places. If traffic is only moving at 15, does it make sense that your silly behind is doing 30? Just because the sign said that you can do it doesn't mean you should, stupid. Does that make sense? I tried to teach my daughter that. And I understand what they were doing to her, because they did it to me. I went out and bought my own car at like 18, 19, 20, something like that. And I would travel a lot, do a lot of things, and I kept running into issues because the system said it was okay to harass me. In the world of a mentally ill group of people that created a machine that says, oh, certain black people, especially from Mississippi, shouldn't succeed. We must be in their business at all times because we put them on a list because we're mentally challenged. Could have been a slave list. They probably converted it over to a target list in an agency that they created called CIA, FBI. They're trying to change the veneer look of it. Say I'm lying. Say they do not still do experiments called fentanyl and all that on the street to see how people respond and react. So where it looks like they're getting locked up for doing drugs, they're actually going in for assessments to see what the results were. And then they're put back out. And then they use it depending on what for and what they're trying to look for on other people. These are the guinea pigs of society. You know, the folks that's homeless and on drugs that never gets treatment. If someone is sick, why would you throw them in jail instead of giving them treatment to do better? Why would you give them a charge? Why would you not find out who's doping these people and who's releasing it on the street? Now, some people got clever and decided they're going to give out, let's see, what do you call it? Surveillance dope. I'll pay you to put cameras in various places. Could be producers of big time folks. Could be people that are just trying to protect people or trying to be in the middle of people as if they're playing God, as if there's some authority, when they're just really messy entertainment folks that get ideas from people's real lives. Could be several folks in the South that thunk it, let me play God. I mean, I know what's going on, but let's just get an inside scoop since we're hearing so much about this. And they're going back and forth playing judge. And they're thinking if they should release this stuff to the authorities because it got real deep. It wasn't just, hey, let us use your cameras to go and stalk this person because we're lying. We're not going to tell anybody that. We're lying about some stuff. My friend said that someone was bothering them and we just want to get them back. And people have unleashed all these games and scenarios and angles of a camera to capture what was happening and realize this is a game. What is this? And they said, well, shoot, let's let it play out. Somebody went rogue. Somebody jumped off schedule and did something they weren't supposed to do. And everybody's, what? Yeah, Cuckoo went off the deep end. Right up her alley, his alley. Man, there's a lot of gay people here. What the frick? There's some people. What? See, these men have married some women that like women. Wow. That's a switch for this group. There's women that like women, and they're planning an escape. And they got this man all in the middle. Oh, Lord. 1, 2, could be 3 women that like each other. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be 5. And they got me husbands, some of them. They don't like the husbands. Husbands don't like them. Let me see. One don't like herself. And the man, societal norm of, I love my wife. It's old antics. Like they don't know what love is. I can feel it. They don't know. They're just going through the image of it, the emotions. They might like their mini-me's, but they don't know what love is. Yeah. Wow. People are fascinating. Then you get the gay maestro. At least he thinks. Doesn't say he's gay. And there's another man here. Travels back and forth amongst these folks. Kind of in the circle. Kind of. Then folks got their cousins all up in here. Ooh, Lord. Telling you, pimping, just don't stop. Just don't stop. 75 cents in the negative. Oh, my bank account. Oh, but I got billions coming, huh? Trillions. No, y'all won't live to see it. Don't worry. I hate that for you. I tried to tell you. Then listen. All y'all sick. Or was that a fantasy? Y'all still playing games? Well, God want to play. I told you I'm tagged in. Mind your business. It's very simple. Mind your business. Don't be taking people's skin, their kids, their business. What people got going on ain't your business like that. Okay? So whatever's going on, society generally has made people feel like they can only pick a certain thing. If you look at their relationships, these men literally like darker skinned women. And women are trying to get lighter. And it's like, if I wanted a lighter woman, I would have went and got one. Why are you getting lighter? See, that's a deal breaker for a lot of people. They married you because they liked you. They liked you as you was, for whatever reason. Now, maybe it wasn't for good or bad. Again, sometimes people get in relationships because it's just simpler with certain types of women. And they happen sometimes to be darker skinned. And y'all go ruin the illusion with getting lighter and doing this, doing that. Then this man got to sit here and go through these changes like, dang, this is not what I married. This is not. Some stay, some be like, I'll just go get somebody else. That's dark. I'm not going to Okay, that's what she feels she need. And then they start cheating, y'all. I don't know why she love you. Because you're making changes. They didn't marry you to look at a lighter skinned woman. They could have just went and got. They didn't marry you to look at a darker skinned woman. They could have just went and got one. This is all in the community. This ain't rich people at all. I don't know none of y'all. I'm just saying. The community be trying to do stuff. Bleach and cream. Bleach in the water. Oh, that man didn't marry you for your skin color? Or maybe. But you changing your body and getting bigger, but they don't want you to be advertised. They don't want you to necessarily be out here in the eyes of everybody. They don't. Some of these men are very possessive. They're weird. They could even be hitting you, trying to put you in sex trafficking. And here I come with my big mouth saving everybody. And you mad. Oh, I wanted to be captured. Oh, you thought he was husband material? No, that was going to be your pimp, child. Whenever he got tired or was ordered to scoop you on up out of here, that's what's the order of the day. Then he was going to get scooped up out of here. It's a wicked world. Oops, I saved y'all lives. You're welcome. Listen. Been through some things. I ain't the only one. I'm probably just one of the few that survived that can still talk and get internet access and use my brain function. Does it work well? Probably not after all the doping. So don't judge me if I'm moody. And I can switch up personalities and I can change my profile. Y'all go, hey, you want to stop having a graveyard? I'm just glad I'm not in one, child. Y'all don't get it. So, oh, Lord. It's pain just sitting here. It's a shame. You can't even sit without pain. You can't sleep. But you know what? We're healed in the name of Jesus. Our minds, our bodies. Stop worrying about skin color, people. Enjoy your life. Stop worrying about trying to be accepted into stuff. Screw those folks. You have a whole heaven and hell to worry about. You have children to raise. Don't be shortening your life playing these games, stealing people's bodies, stealing people's organs, stealing people's skin. Stop being weird. God made you wonderfully. And it's not based on your skin color. It's on your spirit. It's on your spiritual journey, on your spirit life, praying, thanking God for your beautiful spirit and essence. Screw the people that don't like the way you look. Screw how they don't like the way your butt's shaped. Screw them. Don't let them influence your identity. And if someone has targeted you and destroyed your smile or your body, putting injections in you, making your butt bigger than it should be, there are men out here that are having sex with women. If you lay on your back, or if you get your backside to these fools and you're not looking, some of them are injecting you purposely to plump you up for various reasons, not just for maybe sex trafficking. Maybe they got you on video and they need you to look a certain way. And somebody's saying, yeah, put injections in her butt, make it bigger so when she bends up, all this dumb stuff. You were perfect the way you were. I didn't have this big butt. I didn't have all this pain until maybe somebody was injecting me with shots to maybe make it bigger. I was very skinny, very small, 105, 125. I might have hit 167. But then it blew up into the 200s because people were watching me gain weight. And they were experimenting on which drugs actually only made my back big. Somebody got mad and started switching it up where they started playing with my front side through drugs and experiment, even stuff in food. I know this. So the front, at first it was up high, my stomach, like I was pregnant. And then they switched it to where the bottom would have a lot of fat. Where it would hang over my stomach. Because that was a new fad. That had just come in. That's the new little trend. Small waist with big nasty hips. Look like you're carrying ponies and camels. Just saying. So again, the mental issue. Worrying about how slim or skinny you are and trying to compare yourself, and somebody's going, yeah, we purposely did that. Ha ha ha, you don't fit into the trend. Stupid. These are very immature minds that want to play games with people because they don't want a man to like you. Because that's they man, they pimp. This is their pimp, and they don't want to lose whatever money this person is stealing or using other people to get and giving it to them. See there? It's not even his. So are they accessories to a crime? God is the currency, basically. So if you're doing anything heinous to get it, when God gave you power to get wealth, not to get murder or get away with murder, but to get wealth. These are raw materials. Anybody can get access to them. You just have to access the Father. Now, the folks that done did it outside of God, they probably ain't got no roots on nothing. They're just facading. They're not authentic most times. There's a few. But they have to do something heinous in most cases to even get to those levels. And probably still are plotting or will be because they got to keep it. And there's a level where people try and attach you to things that you shouldn't be a part of just so you can keep it or expand it. Just disrespectful to God. That's okay. God will handle it. Don't worry. They'll find out that they're not connected to source. They plan with resources, buying, selling, followers and things. Then they want to block you. You're still connected to source. You're going to be here so many other lifetimes, you and your children and your family and your husbands. You're going to be here so many other times doing so many great wealthy things. Different bodies, different experiences, different names, faces. That's okay. God ordained it. It's not illegal in the word of God or the system of God. You're not operating under law. This is why people are mad. You're not under the law. You're under sovereign existence. You're not answering to anyone. They want you to, but you're literally living sovereign. The law is not for people that are following God's law. That's what the law is. What God said. People are perverting it, so they can't connect it. It was blurred. Like fornication is wrong. Lying is wrong. People don't get locked up per se until it gets real big and somebody gets hurt. Because people have blurred it. This is supposed to be prevented by the true officers of justice. They are to prevent fights and murder. But see, they're not being heroes, right? They're not going in history as heroes. Because society says if you're a hero, you'll get hurt. And people have gotten that fear in their head, so they can't be true heroes. You can do a citizen's arrest. People are afraid because people are mentally challenged. They really feel like they have power to take you out because you're doing the right thing. But God is going to switch it back this lifetime or next. You're going to see some here. People are fighting it. They God does not care. There's going to be so many people that are going to need housing, medical help. They're not going to get it because they don't want other people to have it. That's just God's divine justice. You don't want these people to have it? Why should you have it? I'm not the person putting this stuff in place. I'm just a messenger. History has to balance out. How do you switch it? By going into your own bank, minding your own business, and knowing the things that you've done, that was wrong. Doesn't matter how high and tall you are. And just going in and fixing it. If you knew you was the type of person that didn't like black people, and you always made it hard for them, and you always going after them, especially women, then you need to be the biggest advocate to redeem yourself with God. Oh, I repent. I was wrong. I didn't know. That's just how I was taught. It's a systematic thing, and I want to be on the good side of history. I don't want to be known as a tyrant. We got enough presidents or of companies. You know how they discriminate against shape. Things like that. We ain't talking about nobody. Okay. Let's be clear. But if it fits, I'm just saying. God loves everybody. He chasing those whom he loves. If he don't love you, he ain't saying nothing to you. Maybe because you're already yielded over to the devil and you headed to what? But whoever, president of companies, again, people are creating products and they don't want to see the folks that are targets of society. Oh, you don't count. We don't sell to you. We don't cater to you. We don't care about your big booty shapes. And we didn't ask for this. Most of us were victims, and people are envying and trying to produce it. Keep eating. Hang around a mentally ill person. They will get you, child. fatter than you would. Child, you'll be popping outside. Until you walk out, like, ooh, baby, you still got 100. But then they get paid to don't talk to her, treat her bad, act like you don't see her. I'll pay you. I'll give you free rent. Now, who got that much power? Long story short, live your life. Ask God for your mate, who God created you, because that person is going to be in sync with what God wants. How are you going to know that? If you know what righteousness is, if you're studying it and you're doing it, which makes you clear from the law, they're going to have to just be lying and God going to handle them. This time, Judgment Day, if they're targeting you and you're a good citizen of God's sovereign land, you're following all the rules and things of that nature, you will be connected to someone that thinks the same. That's how you know. They can fake it until they make it if they want. God will reveal to you who's there for a long time, who's there for a short time. That's what he does. You can mate with somebody. You can hang with a person. But God always has divine order for you. So yes, people can come into your lives. They can be great for a season, except when God says, you good. Time for the next phase. Do not hinder. People deserve respect. Women deserve respect. Women deserve to be happy. Don't get married and be 10 years down the line, time out. I want him to fight for this. Those are things you should have checked now. We're not judging, because again, a lot of people was out here hunching before their little speedy things woke up. Well, you did it too. That's why we talk it, so it don't happen again. Somebody got to say, listen, until you hit a certain age, and it shouldn't take this long, but society blocks certain things. They benefit better, certain agencies and companies, when you are disadvantaged and you're moving too fast and you're getting into things, signing stuff and doing stuff before your spidey senses kick in. Now, again, it should kick in at 12 and 14, if not 8, 7. But there's so many circus acts within homes that it doesn't develop to your 50s. And that's way too late. 40s and 50s. Why is it even passing the 40s? Because at 27, things should have kicked in. But again, society got so many things going on, and mentally ill people running around with a lot of money, a lot of connections, creating organizations and weirdoisms where they are designed to be on the devil's team and create all these problems for people that are simply moving along, progressing in their lives. So when that happens, it makes people lose 10, 20 years, 25 years of that time. So by the time you look up, you're in your mid-40s, late 40s, early 40s, even 50s. Before you start to be like, okay, God, wait a minute. Don't let that be you. Some of y'all right now in your 40s, and you're starting to wake up like, wait a minute. But it's too late. You guys have been an accessory to a crime. Because somebody told you it was okay to do what you did. It wasn't. And remember, they can wink and you can put it on somebody else and act like, oh, it was these people, the flunkies we hired. God in this season is going to allow you guys to see what it's like to not have protection because of money. Yeah. Now again, you can change everything in your life. You can change it wherever you at. You can change wherever you hang around. You can stop talking to old people. But God gonna be in your heads and your beds. Why? Because that's what you wanted for somebody else. You didn't want people to have relationships, and you didn't want people to have good mental health and sleep and rest and family and love. And God is going to do the same to you. I'm just a messenger. I'm not wishing it. So whatever you thought you was going to have messing with somebody else, I don't know why people don't understand what goes around comes around. Sometimes it comes slow. Sometimes it goes fast. Some of y'all's about to, if you haven't already, get oops upside your head and get oops upside your head. And you can do whatever you want to the physical. I'm not authorizing. But that's what God is going to have done to you. And you'll be amazed how husbands flip when God wants them to flip, because they're tired of you. They're tired of your shenanigans. They're tired of all the drama you bring in. You're tired of all your bad attitudes. See, God had been protecting some of y'all ladies from getting your butt whooped by somebody. Man. Your man. Your man, your man, your man. Whoever you thought was in your corner. Some of y'all got bopped a few times. But I'm telling you, some of this supposed to be y'all death blow. I was praying because I got a daughter out here. I got daughters. So if you've delved into somebody's lives real deep up the butt, well, that's snatching your protection from the men doing the bebop. Some of y'all scathed barely, but you're still scheduled for the bebop. And it might be visual on the news. Will you survive? Somebody was scheduled to be up. That's not what I want. Not what I wish. But somebody was scheduled to get their head bebopped because they was in somebody else's business bebopping. Ordering bad things. Being a nut job. Having people sodomized and raped and messed up physically. Did the people die? Oh, see, if they passed, there's going to be a couple folks on the bebop. You can get all the security you want. You might bebop yourself. You might bebop yourself. Now, put that on for size. And it will serve as an example to the other people that y'all like or used to. Don't play with people. See, normally y'all get away with the foolishness. No. Y'all gonna make it bebop yourself if you have to. But you probably gonna get bebopped if you bebop somebody else. Well, I mean, if you cause them to hurt themselves or get hurt to the point of demise, God said, my turn. He bebopping. And some of y'all secretly dancing off the scene, quietly. But it's still gonna be public. Some of y'all quietly hiding and trying to recover, trying to look like you at peace. I know you want to jump in that water, child, because you threw somebody into water deep. They might have even survived. You might not know that. Don't even worry about it. Because you ain't going to be here to protect yours like you didn't want me to protect mine. I don't wish that on you. I'm just telling you what was ordered by the universe. Treat people how you want to be treated. If no one's bothering you, if no one's attacking you, no one's trying to kill you and your kids, you should not be out here hurting and harming and causing that to someone else. If someone's lying about that, if someone's saying somebody's doing that, it seems like you would go to law enforcement and do the right thing. You know, you all got all up into some unlawful stuff. And the universe said, aha, now I'm going to send my angels out, ancestors, guides, whatever, to show everybody the evidence. All the body parts are from the past. All the bodies you snatching around. All your crimes and backstories that aren't public. All your secrets that you shouldn't have. All your private information you're trying to pay not to come out. No, you wanted somebody else's business out here? Congratulations. Your turn. And again, you wanted to be more famous. You wanted to be more well-known. You wanted to use other people's blood and semen and semen and serums from their body. Nobody gonna know what you've been doing. Long story short, love who you are. Don't hurt and harm other people to get your dreams to come true and to become famous and to be recognized for something and think that you're going to succeed. Well, it used to work. No, you're going to get paid. You're going to get a payment for all that. You're going to get a nice check. I think you're going to like it. You're not going to know when it's coming if it haven't come yet. Don't worry, you'll find out. So, people lightening their skin. People like them because they were dark. People that are light and they're doing things a certain way. People are betraying you because you are high maintenance in some cases, or you don't even like yourself, or they never liked you. All I'm saying. So people trying to lighten themselves to be lighter, don't nobody really like them because they have a crazy sense of entitlement from slave days. Look at School Days by Spike Lee. It's not always true, but generally, that's why God has humbled me. I don't think I'm cute or anything. I never did. People see me that way. It's not that I don't think I'm attractive. It's just that it's temporary. Why should I base my identity on my face? That can change anytime. People crazy. You age, you change. Why? Well, I can have just a beautiful spirit. I can just be a good person. That doesn't change. It can. But why? That's the most valuable currency. Truth. Nobody wants to be lied to. Nobody wants to be tricked. Nobody wants to be bamboozled, hoodwinked. Don't nobody want to lie in their right mind. Don't nobody want nobody playing games with them on who a person is. That's serious stuff. That's serious business. That's real life. That's real talk. Nobody wants to be tricked. Nobody wants to be sitting with a devil, a demon, somebody with mental problems that could say one thing and play another way. Don't nobody want that. In business, in their bedroom, in the boardroom, nobody wants it. Nobody likes tricksters with a bright mind. People know that truth is currency, and the demons are trying to kill them and steal them, hide them away by watching them and then pretending that that's who they are. When all they have to do is tell the truth. I'm crazy, I need help. How hard is that? I need medicine. Let me go and talk to a professional. I would do it. I've done it. If I need to be locked up for 30 days, I need to be in it for 30 days so they can watch me. 3 days. Let me get the help I need. They was driving me so crazy when I was younger. Even with my kids, I would go and sit. And they'd be like, you want to talk to your kids? I mean, your kids can't come in. So I would leave them in the car at the time because it was a nice, cool day. They were kind of older. They weren't, but they were. I needed help. I didn't have anybody to leave them with. So I'll go talk to these people. Sometimes I'll take them up there and say, hey, look. Oh, no, you can't leave your kids in here. I will see if we can have some of them to sit down, kids. I'm going to go talk to these people. Period. Now I explain to them what happened, what I think from my perspective. And again, I wasn't able to keep up with that. Will I do it again? Not in this hot temperature. It's going to be me and Jesus talking it out on YouTube and Facebook. Because these people keep trying to act like I need them. Cool out. Just trying to talk to somebody. Relax. But God brought Dr. Philip Donahue, Dr. Phil McGraw, T.D. Jakes at the time, Joel Osteen, Sally Jeffrey Raphael, Jerry Springer. You got to see a different perspective. Even with the entertainment, people were saying what they really were experiencing and how they responded. It was all raw, pretty much. Maury Povich, these were raw interactions. Whether coerced or not, paid or not. These were real reactions that people could have in certain situations. And you got to see reality. It wasn't a pretty picture. It was a true picture. It was a real picture of people in human situations, human struggles, confronted with things that they might have suspected, and now they have to head on, have it brought to them. Yes, this is what happened. Yes, this is it. Why is that not more common? Why was that shine on? This is real life. Things happen. And it needs to be addressed at times. Not in a confrontational way per se all the time. But it needs to be brought to the forefront. I'm not the type of person that likes secrets. I don't want you to have any. But why must someone get hurt? Why must we hurt each other? Well, you hurt me. 40 years ago, you haven't figured this out yet. So I'm talking to professionals. And somebody's like, yeah. Oh, she came to you? Okay, yeah. But next time, just make sure you keep her. And people are like, what? So now they're getting more people that are being 30, 40, 50 years, people that they've trained in their 20s and 30s to go after my medical records and to check into stuff. Got older people that's stupid. Oh, I work with law enforcement. I work with the mayor. I work with this one and that one. So don't worry, we'll cover you. Gave somebody a job and a whole bunch of money and told them, come out here and get in my business best they can and bring them all of that information. And then they'll figure out what's what with the other team. And this little monkey took the bait with all the money. I'm just saying, figuratively. I don't know nobody. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's who. I'm just saying, that's a scenario. And this person had a lot of money that didn't belong to her or them or them or them. Looks like this could have been a budget for housing or some type of charity. I don't know. And they took it and finagled it into stalking, hacking, and bothering somebody. Using that person's name for stuff. And whatever team they had that was in the shadows doing stuff. Like this is a mob boss with some instructions. These people tried to carry it out best they could and got the craziest people out the sidewalk that ain't got no love for themselves and no one else. Totally depleted spiritually, except the air they breathe. Will do anything for cotton and linen. Again, they're weaning this out. They're weaning out money because of this. People going to the ATM paying people money. People going into the bank taking money out. People stealing funds. Paying people cash thinking there's no trace. Again, turning your phone off. That ain't it. That ain't it. This ain't what people are doing today. We're going to let it go. So they're winning out regular money and they're trying to do something more digital. And I told the guy, Walmart is doing something different. They weren't listening. They're scanning stuff. They got scanners. So at some point, this is my belief, because it's going to 666 and it just means people ain't playing with thieves. They're going to have barcodes or whatever on these things. And when you walk through the door, if anything is not scanned, it's going to charge you from this universal place when it's a certain amount. Like if you only have this digital coin that says you're not in a certain group, you're not going to be able to shop and that's why Snap is going down probably. They're trying to transition into that new world order thing, where when you're not in a certain group or haven't been approved for things as a citizen or whatever, again, you're going to be out the system. You have to come completely back in, completely. Maybe your medical records will be available, maybe. You have to come all the way back in, medical, social, everything. They're going to have to reapply you for everything, citizenship, everything. And if you don't have a certain code for the system, you ain't shopping. You ain't buying. You ain't going to be able to rent nothing. It's coming. So when you go into Walmart, same line, they have barcodes on everything. So if you don't pay at the register, it takes it out of that account. If you don't have nothing in that account, you ain't taking nothing out. It ain't going to be no questions asked. You're not going to be able to proceed nowhere with nothing. Bags, nothing. Nothing. I don't know what's going to stop you. I don't know how that's going to work, except they're going to lock that door on you. And you got to put everything down and walk on out. And if you got questions, they're going to show you without exposing your PHI. See this? This your balance. You only have 20 cents in here. Ain't nothing deposited. So you can't walk out with no bags. Ain't nothing in here 20 cents, but maybe a lollipop. And your freedom. Put everything down and keep it moving. If you have like $300 worth of stuff and you have maybe $50 worth of stuff that wasn't paid for, again, if your account don't have that, you're going to probably have to drop everything and they basically put all that money back on your account. And whatever system this is. I don't know if it's going to be a chip, some on your phone, because phones die. So it'd probably be a number or some type of mark or chip that you'll have that will identify the amount of money you have. So when you walk through the door, if it's under maybe $5, ding, 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 they're probably going to close you off to all of the, like when you walk up to something, you're ready to grab it. Maybe it'll go, maybe that's it. When you walk up to a certain whatever, it don't open for you. And you have somebody with you, y'all both can get escorted out. Like if it's saying that you're holding or handling something, or you're around that person, maybe, and you're handling things, or you're chit-chatting, oh, get this, oh, get that, oh, get that, oh, get this. And that person also has a low balance. If they have a high balance and they're in there with you, people should be able to shop together as families, things like that. But again, if it is found, well, I guess that person will be responsible for whatever you're shopping for. Because you ain't getting out of there with nothing. So if that person want to share with you, that's exactly what it is. They can't transfer it to you no kind of way, really, probably. I don't know what system it is. Maybe that's the new food system. All those barcodes, the whole store probably going to get those barcodes. And while you're shopping, as long as you got money in your account on your personal self, don't know what they'll call it, universal. No matter where you go, it's going to have to be certain places. You can only shop and do whatever. Walmart might not be here. But the concept that they're putting out probably is that if you go up to something and you personally don't have money and you open it or you go to reach for it, it'll probably say, ding, 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 you don't qualify. Even at the register, you can be trying to scan it. And the first item says red, get out the line. They're going to scoop that junk up you put up there, put it to the side, or have you put it back up where you found it. Whatever. This might be some people's job, which people are lazy. They don't like restocking. It's a job. Shut up and do it. Or it might take itself back and deposit all the stuff back in. This may be automated stuff. But if you come in and you ain't got no money on your card, it's going to go, mine, that's it. Okay, so if you got 20 cents on your thing, it's probably not going to let you in there. Except you with somebody else. And they're going to be literally, probably legally responsible for you within that store. So anything you touch or do or steal, they're probably going to be responsible to. I don't know what they're going to do. But they're going to be able to scan everything in your cart just by you walking through. Everything you pick up is going to literally charge you as you walk. I don't know if you're going to have a device you got to pick up when you come in. Or it's going to be on the cart, on your person, your body. If somebody else touches your junk, maybe it's going to be in the handlebars. You know, the bars that you push. Maybe if somebody touches you, put a glove on, if you want, baby, this stuff going to be coming through. Gloves, it don't matter. They're going to, maybe it's going to be your fingerprint. I don't freaking know. But whenever you touch those bars, they're going to register who got money. If you don't have it, I'm telling you, you're probably not going to get through the door. But if there's somebody with you, if they push the cart, kids and all, if they don't have no money in this little thing, that cart probably going to stop on the spot. If you pick up an item and think you're going to walk through the door, it's just going to charge you. If you don't have no money in there, again, it's probably going to stop you from coming in. Or you're going to have to go online and pick up all your items, pay for it, and then come pick it up. And I doubt that. I doubt they do that. Could be possible. You go online, you check out all the stuff you want, you pay for it from this account that's already set up, and then you come and literally pick it up. It will be outside for you. Somehow, maybe in a box, you touch it with your hand, it opens up and get your junk. Or somebody loads it up for you. I don't know. Could be a machine that does it. But it's going to change how people get their stuff. So again, if you get inside the store, because again, I'm hearing they're not going to let people in right away because of this shutdown. But they're going to put people into a system where they're registered a certain way. People that are not registered in the system, you ain't finna get no buying and selling. You ain't gonna get no apartment, nothing. You have to go somewhere else. And it's going to be fair to most degrees. Not always, because they're not doing blood work on people. They're not seeing who stole identities and who killed somebody and using their stuff yet. They need to do that. I don't care if it's law enforcement, presidents, whatever. They need to go through past, present, people that served before, because some of these people trying to come back. Oh, I want to serve again over in another state, Go through CODIS and DNA, ancestry, so everything can link up to who you related to, so we can see what you're doing. Did you commit a crime and now you're back? What you doing? Did you set up something for somebody to get hurt? Did you say this is your family and it's not? Did you say you from here but you from Jamaica? And you gonna change all your stuff online and we ain't got no DNA. We just gotta go by what we thought we saw. Because we remember seeing Jamaican born. Now all of a sudden you American. Wait a minute. And everybody from Mississippi or something. Wait a minute. Louisiana. Hold on. Let's do some blood work on some of these folks. Let's do some blood work on some of these peoples. Anybody in public sector, famous, people in law enforcement. And they need a new law enforcement team because, again, there's so many people that are paid off by old officials that still think they need a head honcho that ain't sat down yet. And they retired. They still running stuff from their elderly desk or the pens or something. Being weird. Still think they in office. They not. Don't you pay to play, though. Get on that casting couch. Might get in, but I'm going to let you in. But I ain't supposed to be doing all that, but that's how we do our business, right? They need to go in there and get checked out. Are they citizens 3 generations back? Does somebody have a visa or something? Or they just sat here and got famous and rich, stealing other people's stuff, and they're under the radar, still doing stuff, killing people, stealing assets, passing it to the little niggas in the family. Shh. I know this is $500-something trillion at this point for a Navy pier. It don't belong to me, but I got control and I want to pass it to someone else. So if you keep this person down and hidden, because we know it's supposed to go to her or him, we'll give you $500,000. We'll give you a house and a car, as long as y'all do what we say. Just keep this person hidden or take them out. So $525 trillion versus $500,000. Keep it quiet. Or get this person rid of. Them and they heirs or children, whatever, family. Okay, Alex. So you forfeited $525 trillion. Why am I itching? What the skip? For $500,000. And that's from the little hooker that they hired to come out here and cause you harm, hurt, and death and mayhem out of greed. And she had all your folks and all your friends and folks, somebody from a whole nother place just to keep up some stuff. Because they don't have no ties to this. They have no connection. They don't care. Family or not, they don't care. They're not from here. They don't care about no slavery. They don't care about no history. They don't care about people maiming you and your kids. They don't care about if one of y'all died or not. None. How much you gonna pay me? I get to control all this money to be a jerk and hurt and harm somebody? Let me hire all these monkeys to do that. Hold on. I got you. So they go out here and do all this heinous stuff, playing games with your life, your kids' life, your husband's, whatever, so they can keep control of something from this elderly man's perspective that wants to play God of a state. Tried to sell y'all to a whole nother person. God wouldn't let it. He wouldn't let you fall. Ooh, dang, we tried everything. Did you change your depends? No, I'm still trying to figure out how to get this lady so we can keep this trillions of dollars that we've been stealing. Why y'all can't get it? We can't. But so we ain't finna go to jail for you for one. With your old stuff. You about to be out of here. So listen, I'll do it myself. Show up if you want. Come up here if you want. I don't even know you. Do it. This is probably a man acting like a woman. Doing some heinous stuff so he can keep something and pass it to who he wants. He ain't even finna be here. Race don't matter. These are elderly people acting a whole AZZ. But God. That's what we're going to trust today. So we've said a lot. If you like the way I tell my story, go ahead, subscribe. You can donate. We're working on some stuff. And can't nobody stop it because God going to run them over. We'll be back. Literally.